talking about your goals, your hopes, your dreams for the future, and what would you do in 5 years from now. So, today we are going to listen. By the way, students, I didn't share my screen yet, so bear with me. I want you to focus now on the listening. We are going to listen, student, to a conversation, which is the first part of the conversation between two friends. Okay, and I have some questions that I'm going to ask you after listening. يعني احنا متعودين انه احنا we read the questions, okay, then we prepare ourselves for listening to the track. Today we're going to do the opposite. You need to listen, and that's what is going to happen in IELTS inshallah or TOEFL or whatever test that you have. You first listen, then they give you the questions. In that way, شوف الفرق شنو هو. انتو when you know the questions, you are only going to focus on the right answers for that specific questions. But when the opposite happens, when you listen first, now you believe and you think that all the information are important, and you need to do what? You need to focus on every details. So it's going to be a detailed conversation, students. So I need your papers with you to write as much as you can from what you get from this track. Then I'm going to ask you some questions about it. واضح طلاب؟ رح نسمع. Then we're going to answer the questions. سيبال، هند، سارة، منى، أمل.
Okay.
كلها واضح؟
Yes, miss.
Okay. So let's start listening, sorry. I'm متعودة على reading. So give me a second.
Track 45. So how are you finding your job? Is it going okay?
Oh, it's all right, I suppose. It's not what I want to do long term, though.
No? How come?
Oh, it's just so menial. I'm not using any of the skills I learned at university, and my boss is just dreadful. I seem to spend most of my time running around making him cups of tea and photocopying things. And if I ask about doing other stuff, he just tells me to be patient and then starts going on about how he did the same when he started at the company.
Well, maybe it's true.
Oh, I don't know. I was talking to this girl who joined at the same time as me, and she said she was learning loads in her department, being really stretched, apparently. Makes me think it's maybe more about me.
Oh, I am sorry. If it's that bad, maybe you should think about handing in your notice.
I don't know. I guess it might get better if I just give it a bit more time.
Well, you'd think so. I mean, it is a big company, isn't it?
But maybe that's it, you see. Maybe it's a bit too big. Anyway, I can't see myself staying there long term.
No? Well, if you do decide to make a move, you're bound to get lots of offers.
I don't know about that, but it's nice of you to say so.
It's true.
Okay, students. We are going to listen for 3 times. So this one was the first time. So we have still 2 times to listen to. So number 2.
Track 45. So how are you finding your job? Is it going okay?
Oh, it's all right, I suppose. It's not what I want to do long term, though.
No? How come?
Oh, it's just so menial. I'm not using any of the skills I learned at university, and my boss is just dreadful. I seem to spend most of my time running around making him cups of tea and photocopying things. And if I ask about doing other stuff, he just tells me to be patient and then starts going on about how he did the same when he started at the company.
Well, maybe it's true.
Oh, I don't know. I was talking to this girl who joined at the same time as me, and she said she was learning loads in her department, being really stretched, apparently. Makes me think it's maybe more about me.
Oh, I am sorry. If it's that bad, maybe you should think about handing in your notice.
I don't know. I guess it might get better if I just give it a bit more time.
Well, you'd think so. I mean, it is a big company, isn't it?
But maybe that's it, you see. Maybe it's a bit too big. Anyway, I can't see myself staying there long term.
No? Well, if you do decide to make a move, you're bound to get lots of offers.
I don't know about that, but it's nice of you to say so.
It's true.
Okay, the third time.
Track 45. So, how are you finding your job? Is it going okay?
Oh, it's all right, I suppose. It's not what I want to do long term, though.
No? How come?
Oh, it's just so menial. I'm not using any of the skills I learned at university, and my boss is just dreadful. I seem to spend most of my time running around making him cups of tea and photocopying things. And if I ask about doing other stuff, he just tells me to be patient and then starts going on about how he did the same when he started at the company.
Well, maybe it's true.
Oh, I don't know. I was talking to this girl who joined at the same time as me, and she said she was learning loads in her department, being really stretched, apparently. Makes me think it's maybe more about me.
Oh, I am sorry. If it's that bad, maybe you should think about handing in your notice.
I don't know. I guess it might get better if I just give it a bit more time.
Well, you'd think so. I mean, it is a big company, isn't it?
But maybe that's it, you see. Maybe it's a bit too big. Anyway, I can't see myself staying there long term.
No? Well, if you do decide to make a move, you're bound to get lots of offers.
I don't know about that, but it's nice of you to say so.
It's true.
Okay, students. So you heard a word which is menial. What do you think the meaning of it? Yes, Sarah.
It's a basic work with routine,
Mm-hmm.
no skills like, for example, data entry, paper copying. There is no challenging.
Mm-hmm.
It's normal job with routine,
Mm-hmm.
basically.
Exactly. What about others? Let me hear. What do you think the meaning of this one? Menial.
It's a small job.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's like not an important job in the company, for example.
Okay, nice. So let's see someone else. Your answer are also correct. Yes, Hen.
I don't know. It's
Okay,
Simple
let's start with Hen.
work or
Simple work. Okay. Nice. What do you think now, Siwan?
yeah, maybe as Sarah said, it's a routine work that is do it in more company.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Like as a star, yeah, everything they do it as a routine, not something you can stretch or develop yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Nice. What about you, Amal? What do you think the meaning of menial?
Yes, miss. When I was in college, my doctor always said this word which means for routine. It always talk to us. She say menial as a routine in my life.
Mm-hmm. Okay, nice.
And she say as it how can I say يعني عمل شاق دائما نسويه.
Okay, it's not that close, but maybe. Okay, it has different meaning than that. مو عمل شاق.
Yes, miss.
It's not the same. But you know what? Menial work can be exhausting. Okay, even though they are simple. So maybe that's what they mean. Okay. What about you, Mona? What do you think the meaning of menial when you heard the track?
miss he feeling pressure
Uh-huh. Bad.
and not happy.
Not happy. Okay.
Yes.
What else?
يعني إنه هذا اللي فهمته من ال
Okay. تمام. So, nice. Well done, Mona. So, students, menial, you know what? It describes work that is low skilled. That's what you said, students, all of you. And it's boring. Sometimes it's not that important. But you know what, students? menial هي بحذاتها, it refers to physical task. And this physical task, you don't need to be educated or like you don't need to get training to know how to do it. Everyone can do it. So that's why he was upset about it.
Yeah, he said it wasn't what I read in college.
Yes, But like you know what, students, in simple words, I can say it means like boring, basic work. Anyone can do it. Like cleaning, carrying things, even washing the dishes is menial. Okay, students? So now let's go to the questions. Give me a second. Okay. So Una, the same question for you. Since you answered it, بس طولي لي إجابة ما تتش. Use as much as vocabulary as you can. زين. How this person اللي هو اسمه Richard feeling about his job and why he's feeling like this. When you said he's not happy, why he's not happy, Muna?
Yes, miss.
Yes. أعيد السؤال.
Acid.
Okay. How is he feeling about his job? انتي قلتي he's not happy. Why
Yes.
he's not happy? What is the reason he's not happy? متى قلناها للكلمة هذه؟
Miss, because the work includes large amounts of work, writing. Yes. Miss, and reports.
But what else? What else did he mention?
Action.
Then is he using the skills he learned in college? Is he using the skills he learned in college?
Yes.
Yes. So he's using the skills he learned in college.
To learn new skills, yes.
Okay. So, Muna, this is not the correct answer, you know? Because he said it's menial. نرجع نفس هاي الكلمة. Okay? Basic job, basic skills, you don't need to get training or education. يعني anyone can do it. So he's not happy because what? Yes, Sibal? Thank you, Muna.
Because everyone can do it. It's not depend on a skill that he take it from a university. So everyone, if you have an education, a good education, or you have a more skills, you can, when you hiring in a company and you see that they give you only routine work, as he said, is a menial. You are being upset because you can't develop or put your information in a fact. And this work that they give you, it's everyone can do it. It's not depend on your skills or in your sometimes you are a brilliant person.
Nice.
Okay? In this work you can't see so for them how you are brilliant, how you are smart person, how you can do everything, or how much is you have a skills that you have it.
Nice.
So,
Nice. Really amazing answer. Beautiful. Yeah. Well done. What about you, Hind?
He also mentioned that this work not what he wanted to do a long term. I think.
True.
Yes. Yeah, and also his boss is so bad.
Nice. So when he was mentioning Hind, he was mentioning like some stuff he does at work. What were these stuff he mentioned? Like his job mostly seemed to involve what?
Yeah, he bring him cups of tea and photo. I don't know. Paper.
Photocopying.
Yeah.
اللي هي الاستنساخ. Okay.
Yes, yes. And when he asked him about something he doing, he he said, tell him to be patient. Like, yeah.
Okay, nice. Okay. Well done, Sibal and Hind, even Una. So, Amal, what are his plans for the future?
Yes, miss. As I wrote in notes, he didn't want to be in this company for a long time.
Nice.
He decided to give him a chance again chance, but when he started to describe the difficulties he faced in this company, he decided not to be there for a long time.
Long term. Time
Yes.
or term, both of them are correct. Yes, nice. Okay. And so we have another speaker in this conversation. I guess her name is Melissa, I'm not sure. What does she say to cheer him up, Zahra?
Yeah, miss. I think she told him he wanted to leave the company and start a new companies, I think. And she said, stay in your place. I think it would be hard for you.
That what she said? That what you remember?
I'm not sure, actually.
You're not sure? Okay. What do you think,
like,
Sarah? It's okay, Zahra.
She asked him if he will handing his notes or like leave the company. But I think he will stay in this company because this company is a big company, but not staying for long term. Maybe after that he will leave.
Okay. So, students, let's listen for the last time to answer the specific questions. It's exactly what she said, Sarah and Zahra. She said, you are going to give him a notice or not. But, like, to cheer him up, to lift his mood. He is a bit depressed. He's a bit sad. Let's cheer him up. Let's change his mood. So she said a specific sentence, okay, that I want you to listen to at the end. Yes, Hind.
She said if he moved from this company, he will get a lot of offer or something like.
Exactly. That's the answer. To cheer him up, she said you are bound to get lots of offers. طلاب نتذكر bound to اللي هي نفسها حالها حال will. Do you remember it? Bound to, students?
Yes.
I use it for future. So you are bound to get lots of offers because you are a skilled person. That's what she said. Okay, nice. Well done, Hind. Now, students, we have second part for this conversation. A second part. Okay, so listen to the second part of the conversation. And I want you to focus on different aspects of them. Training, the presentation, clients, firm. I'm not going to give you all the subjects that I want you to pay attention. But once again, if you have a paper next to you, try to write down the most important info that you think you need to focus on them. So let's go and listen to track 46.
Track 46.
Well, anyway, what about you? How's your job going?
Oh, you probably won't want to hear this, but it's great, yeah. It's going really well.
Well, I'm glad at least one of us is happy anyway.
Yeah, it's amazing. I've been getting loads of on-the-job training, and they've been letting me go into college one day a week as well to improve my skills. It's been really stimulating. I've also been meeting clients quite a bit. Oh, and I gave my first big presentation last week.
Wow, sounds amazing.
New York, and I'm applying for promotion at the moment too.
Really? Already? Do you think you'll get it?
Hopefully, yeah. But you never know, do you?
Oh, you're bound to. From the sound of it, you're their star employee. I can just see you in 5 years' time running the entire firm. And if the worst comes to the worst, I'll end up knocking on the door of your office begging you for a job.
Okay, once again.
Track 46.
Well, anyway, what about you? How's your job going?
Oh, you probably won't want to hear this, but it's great, yeah. It's going really well.
Well, I'm glad at least one of us is happy anyway.
Yeah, it's amazing. I've been getting loads of on-the-job training, and they've been letting me go into college one day a week as well to improve my skills. It's been really stimulating. I've also been meeting clients quite a bit. Oh, and I gave my first big presentation last week.
Wow, sounds amazing. Did it go okay?
Yeah, it went brilliantly. I've got my first business trip coming up next month to New York, and I'm applying for promotion at the moment too.
Really? Already? Do you think you'll get it?
Hopefully, yeah. But you never know, do you?
Oh, you're bound to. From the sound of it, you're their star employee. I can just see you in 5 years' time running the entire firm. And if the worst comes to the worst, I'll end up knocking on the door of your office begging you for a job.
Once again, the last time, students.
Track 46.
Well, anyway, what about you? How's your job going?
Oh, you probably won't want to hear this, but it's great, yeah. It's going really well.
Well, I'm glad at least one of us is happy anyway.
Yeah, it's amazing. I've been getting loads of on-the-job training, and they've been letting me go into college one day a week as well to improve my skills. It's been really stimulating. I've also been meeting clients quite a bit. Oh, and I gave my first big presentation last week.
Wow, sounds amazing. Did it go okay?
Yeah, it went brilliantly. I've got my first business trip coming up next month to New York, and I'm applying for promotion at the moment too.
Really? Already? Do you think you'll get it?
Hopefully, yeah. But you never know, do you?
Oh, you're bound to. From the sound of it, you're their star employee. I can just see you in 5 years' time running the entire firm. And if the worst comes to the worst, I'll end up knocking on the door of your office begging you for a job.
Okay, students. So, they mentioned different things. The first one, they mentioned training. Do you remember the sentence that you heard with the word training? Training. Who can do it?
Job?
Job, but like, do you remember the sentence?
Getting lots
Yes, loads of what?
of the job.
Training.
The job training.
Okay, nice. What about business trip? You heard it. Well,
Yeah,
what
to New York. She has a business trip to New York. Her first
Yes.
business trip.
Her first business trip coming up next month to New York. Nice, correct.
Yeah.
What about presentation?
Yes, he said last week.
Last
Week I gave first presentation of me.
Exactly. She said that she gave her first big presentation last week. Correct.
Yeah.
What about employee? اللي هي موظف. Employee. What did you hear?
Star employee.
Star. Yes.
And she's applying
Star
for
employee.
promotion.
لا احنا نحكي على employee. Let's leave the promotion.
Employees.
Only employee. So she sounds like what?
Star employee.
Star employee.
Star employees.
Exactly. Okay. What about clients? She mentioned something
She
about
met
clients. She was
Yeah.
what?
She's meeting clients.
She's being meeting clients. Okay. Now, enough with Sarah, Zahra, and Sival. Let's find others. Hind, Amal, Muna. What about firm? You heard the word firm. What was she talking about? No, him, not only her. So he said something about firm.
I don't know, star employee?
No, star employee was he employee. But I want firm. He said something. For example, in the future, you will be what?
She can running
Yes,
the
exactly.
firm?
Exactly. She would be running the entire firm. Correct, Hind. Okay. What about college, Amal? You heard the
Yes,
word college.
they let him to go to college 1 day a week
Once
to
a week. Exactly.
yes to give her her presentation or lecture.
Nice. What about you, Muna? Promotion. شلون سمعتيها promotion? In which sentence? Muna, can you hear me?
Yes, miss.
Sorry?
Miss, applying for promotion of
Exactly.
the
Applying for promotion. Sorry?
for a promotion at the moment too.
Exactly. Applying
Yes.
for promotion at the moment too. Amazing.
Yes.
So students, you heard a sentence, a really lovely sentence. اللي هي if the worst comes to the worst. If the worst comes to the worst. جملة كلش حلوة. What do you think the meaning of it?
يعني يصير السيء أسوأ الأحوال.
بأسوأ الأحوال.
Okay. Yes, correct. So, you know what? Like in simple English, I can say, if nothing goes right, and the worst thing happens. هاي ترجمتها. يعني ممكن شو أقول لكم if the worst comes to the worst, we will walk home. يعني شو قصدي؟ If we have no other choices, or if we have no other choice, we will walk. If the worst comes to the worst, we will walk home. أو مثلا أقول لكم we will try to fix the problem, okay? But if the worst comes to the worst, we will call a technician, for example. واضح طلاب how I'm using this sentence? Really lovely sentence. Try to use it as much as you can since we are level 5. Okay, really lovely one. Nice. Well done, students. Well done. Now, what else do we have? So, students, if this person اللي هو اسمه Rachel or Richard, I'm not sure about his name to be honest. What advice would you give him? If you were his friend, what kind of advice would you give a person who's struggling in his work and he's doing barely minimum, the menial job? What would you give it? What kind of advice would you give it? Okay, one by one, students. Let me drink water. Okay, who wants to start? Sibal?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
I want to say him he must leave this place.
Tell him. I want to tell him.
Yeah. Tell him he must hand it in his notes. Yeah, and he must try another job. Yeah, because as we know that life is short, we don't spend all time to trying everything.
Nice. Okay, really good one. Okay, what do you?
So I want to say
Yes, please.
he must leave this. He must leave this job.
Nice. Okay. What about you, Zahra?
Same as Sibal said, life is too short. You have to do something you like. And when a person do something he like, he will do it in the best way. So when you do something you don't like, you will not do it properly. يعني رحم الله امرأ عمل عملا فاتقنه. So he should leave this job and start a new job that he likes.
What about you, Sarah?
No, I am not saying them.
Okay,
because
you're not the same as them.
No, I'm not dealing with this one. Maybe for me, for the another, we are all different. Everyone have his responsibility. So if he will be my best friend, I will tell him to stay in this company. and maybe try to do something he wants, or if cannot, he will search first for another opportunity. After that, he can hand it his notes for this company and leave to another company. Of course, the life is short and we live for one time, but also we have many responsibility in our life. If everyone get any problem or struggling anything and at his work and he will leave it directly, so this is not will be fair. Let's try and give a chance after that, and find another opportunity, of course, and leave this company.
Okay, really nice answer. Clever one. Let's see someone's other opinion. Yes, Amal, what do you think? What do you believe?
For me, of course, I told her to leave this company. But if he found another work, don't leave it at stay at home. And he didn't. From the first time, he didn't find a work. You understand, Miss? Yeah, and he can't leave company, but he, of course, he don't have a work, or he didn't do anything he loves, just stay at home and didn't do anything.
Okay, understood. Nice. What about you, Hen? What do you think?
I don't know. Maybe I told him leave this company because his boss he didn't let him grow and learn,
Nice.
and this may be case frustrated.
Nice.
Yeah.
Frustration. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. Yes, Muna, what do you think? If he was your friend, what would you do? What would you tell him?
Yes, Miss. Miss advance talk to his manager about work pressure.
So you want him to talk to his manager about this?
Yes.
Sorry,
But he already told him that this is going to, like, what did he say? I'm not sure. He said you will get used to it, or maybe be patient. That's what he said. إنه أصبر.
Miss,
Yes, Sarah.
Miss, go to HR team.
Okay, we're gonna go back to the same story for the previous lecture, right?
Yes.
Yes, Zahra, what are you going to say?
Sorry, Miss, for this one. One time it happened with me. I went to the HR team. You know what they did?
Yes.
They called my manager and tell him what I told them about my manager.
طبعا نرجع زهراء. I don't know why, but Zahra, you are a victim here.
I swear, even our company was not too big to like do these kind of stuff to people. No.
Yeah, Sarah, you really have the bad experience with HR.
Yeah, she really hate them. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Of course, because she saw some bad stuff from them, so it's her right
Yeah,
completely. But yeah, like I'm with the idea if a person can, if in one condition, if a person can find another job with the same salary or higher, he should leave his job. But if you have responsibilities at home, of course you should like continue your current job. And I don't think it's a good thing to speak with the manager. Okay, you can complain, and he will not listen. If he didn't listen to you, and he did not anything to you, you should continue what he wanted you to do, because of course he has feeling that he know if you are upset from this job, if he has like some good manners or have like إذا يعني يحس بيك okay just سواها. But if you don't want to, it's nothing to do in the hands, you know.
Okay.
So yeah.
So students, if you have like a different opinion, you can just open your mic and interrupt the others. يعني أمل. Since احنا هسه طالعين شوية من موضوع الbook, open your mic and talk as much as you can. Go ahead.
I have a friend called Tabsora. She's from Jordan. She's Iraqi, but she lives in Jordan.
What is her name?
Tabsora.
Tabsora. Wow.
Okay, this is a really interesting name. I want you to send it to me.
Yeah.
Okay, I really love unique names. Like even my son has a really unique name. So whenever I
What's his
hear
name?
Sadin,
Sadin, that's a great name.
yes. Okay, so whenever I hear a really unique name, I need you to
Sadin.
send it. So Sibal has a really
What,
nice name, by the way.
what does
Yeah.
it mean, Miss
So
Sadin?
Sadin, it means Khadim al-Kaaba.
MashaAllah.
Yes. So really unique.
That's amazing, mashallah. Mine is Lare.
Lale?
Lare. My daughter is
Lare?
Lare.
What
Lare,
was the
yeah.
meaning of it?
يعني دلع.
Okay.
تدلع.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice, really nice. Amal,
Yeah.
open your mic and interrupt us. Don't raise your hand.
Yes, miss. As I told you, I have a friend called Tabsura. She lives in Jordan. Miss, she was complaining about her job and her boss. So I advised her to leave this job and start another job. She ever loves. She loves this. Actually, as she loves to work in a bookshop.
Okay.
Yes. So when she left her job, she stayed at home and told me, "You told me this. You
Oh,
advised me."
she was
So
blaming you.
yes, miss. So I decided never to didn't give any advice for anyone.
Okay, so I guess.
But it was her. Yeah.
Yes, Zahra, go ahead.
It was her mistake. Like she's supposed to first find another job, then leave her current job.
So
It's
I
not like
guess yes. So the thing is, whenever you want to leave a job, you make sure you secure yourself with another job, then leave the first one that you have. Okay, in that way, when you go for an interview as well in that new job, then you are going to tell them that I already have one, but I'm looking for something better. Okay, in that case, maybe they would think about giving you more money than what you're earning in that first position. Okay, students. So it's going to be a win-win. A win-win, yani for both cases, you're winning something. Either you stay in your company even though you're struggling with it, or you leave it finding another job, better position, higher salary, and etc. So let me tell you a story about myself. So, like after I graduated, I was looking for a job as a teacher. So the first option that I had in mind was teaching in a private schools. So it was not hard to get a job uh, at that time, but like the first school that I went to and I had my interview was a really like these private schools that they use houses, okay, and they make them a school, and it's
Yes,
very
like
yes.
British.
يعني
Private.
it was really miserable. Okay.
British, right? I think British. Baghdad British or something.
No. It was like a really small one. Like only the people from this area knows this school. It was really small. A really يعني it's really small house. Like even a family is too like too too small for them.
How
Okay.
many students they have?
Like they have 6 rooms. Okay. One of the rooms are
Classes?
one of the room was a kitchen شنو a kitchen. Okay, and they turned it into a classroom. So in each class they
Okay.
have maybe like 15 students, not that much, but still it's very like a small one. So
Yeah.
what happened in this story? The manager or the boss of this school was a retired woman who she used to work in a public school, governmental school. Okay. So the first day of my work, okay, she bought with her a small ما اعرف شو اسمه صراحة بالانجليزي، شايف حتى ما اعرف اسمه بالعربي، شايفين هذا اللي الموقد مال الغاز اللي بعلبة and you open it وبنار، شنو اسمه حتى بالعربي ما اعرف. What do you call it? chule? Is it chule? I'm not sure. Okay.
yeah, chule.
Chule. I
What?
guess it's chule. Okay. And she opened her bag, a really big bag. You can fit a human human in this bag. Okay. And she took her coffee out of this bag and even the kettle, and she handed them to me. The kettle and the coffee.
Miss, you are saying Richard in this story.
Yes, exactly. And she asked me to make her coffee. And this is my first day. يعني في حياتي كلها. It's not in my job, in my entire life. This is my first day as like a grown person trying their best to do and
Yes,
start
but she
a
tried
career.
you like a friend.
Exactly. No, she was older than me. She was treating me as her like grandchild.
The retired
عباك
woman.
حفيد. Exactly. عباك حفيدتها. So, since I was naive, I was really young, I didn't know how to respond. So the first time I did make her coffee. So, but you know what is the problem? That I'm not good with making coffee. So my coffee was a really bad coffee. And she kept saying, "Do you think this is a coffee? You don't know how to make a coffee?"
Are you hiring me
Yelling.
for make a coffee?
Yes. She was yelling. Okay.
Okay, but tell her you are not the
I am a
coffee.
teacher. But you know what, Sarah?
Yes, not.
Like how old am I? 20, 21?
Okay, maybe you are shy, right?
I was shy. I didn't know how to respond. I didn't know how to react. This is my first day. Okay. This is my first time out of college. Okay, out of my house. Okay, dealing with a
The new
manager.
life.
So it's very hard. I don't know how to react. So I was completely honest. I didn't say anything. I was like, okay, that's it. And I was sitting there. Then she told me that I need to start cleaning the classes.
Oh my god.
That's too hard. That's
Okay,
too
this is
hard.
too hard.
Yeah.
This is not. So
Yeah.
alhamdulillah wa shukr, I called my father and he came, took me, and that's it. So the other
The
day
best
I
decision you
called,
made.
yes, I called the person who's responsible for the school. Okay, I told him that I'm not gonna work with you because your manager did this and that. So this woman, I guess she was
Man,
really, yes, Sarah.
they don't have HR team.
أنا شيء أبطال
Oh my
كلمة
god.
يعني تحكي أنت
Oh my god.
Okay, so
That's so offensive.
this is the funniest story in my life. So I called
Even they
the.
have, they will not do anything for you.
By the
Don't
way,
worry, miss.
yes. By the way, I was
The
the
perfect
first
decision you
teacher.
take is that you leave this school.
I was the first teacher, Sarah, that got hired in this school. يعني تخيلي وضعي جد miserable. Anyway, so I called the person who is responsible for this school. I told them that I'm not gonna work there since your manager did this and that, and I'm not here to make coffee or clean the rooms. There are some people who are responsible for this stuff. Okay, she said no. We are going to fire the manager, and you stay because she's an old person. She is very old-minded person. She's not an open-minded, and we need to like شلون نقول يعني احنا since we are going to deal with international things and international books, and they started bluffing. And alhamdulillah wa shukr, I left this school and I went in a really really amazing school then and worked there for like almost a year. Then COVID happened. But you know, such things happens in your work. But you know what was my problem? That I didn't secure myself with a job, and I left this place without even securing myself with a job. And I had to wait for a month to get a new job while
Okay,
my
miss, but
friends.
this is the first job for you, so you learn from this one. You will not
Exactly.
decide to leave another job without secure yourself.
Yes. So when I'm saying, you know, you need to secure yourself, I am saying this out of like an experience. But it was very harsh because like all my friends got hired and I'm here sitting at home. I didn't get job. So that was the harsh thing. So what do you think about my story? Do you think it's funny? And did you learn something from it?
Yeah, it is. And
No,
everything
actually
happened in
not,
life is for a reason.
not
Yeah.
funny, but life like that. And you will find good people and you will find worse people. So this is your experience. For
So
the
I'm
first,
handing
actually,
you my
it's normal.
experience. Yeah,
For
but
the beginning, it's normal.
No, I want to say for your story, it's a good story to say that someone must not take a responsibility before he fixed his job, his work. Okay?
Yes.
You see that first time, if you see that is very difficult, you leave it. If you have a responsibility, you make a coffee and you do everything. And you sometimes some person can also clean the class because he has responsibility and he must do it. So I see we must first fix a work or job, then we must take a responsible for every something. Okay. So sometimes we also see that here in this time that some girls they get married in when they are in college, or some man they are in a teenager they get married. I don't see it as good because if they have a responsibility, they must do everything, and this is not
Fair. It's not
good.
fair to them.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So you first, every person must fix his job or work, and then take a responsibility. If you take responsibility, you do everything.
Understood. Nice. Okay, students. Do you have something to add, other students? Should we take a break now? Okay.
Yeah, Miss.
Okay. Yes, Zahra,
Um,
do you want to ask something?
no, just I'm scared actually about the situation right now. Iran is bombing Qatar right now, so
Qatar?
and yes, yes, Qatar. My family like started shouting and said, "What happened?" They said Iran's bombing Qatar, then they want to bomb Saudi Arabia, and I don't know. Actually, I don't know what happened. I just hear Qatar is being bombed by Iran, so I am afraid you are the next. Like,
You
I
don't
don't
say
know,
that,
Allah.
please. Okay, so
Yeah,
let's take 5 minutes. Let's find
yeah,
what is
and
happening
watch the
there.
news. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, and
Okay.
get back
Watch
in
the
5 minutes,
news.
students. الو من هون حسن قاعد وين محمد تبون وياكم اوكي دا اسال شنو صاير بايران ما اعرف دافتين يكون ضاربين قطر ما ادري شنو عبالي محمد يبدا اشوف دا استفسر يلا ها هي باي باي لا يخابر علي عندي محاضرة خلص بريك يلا باي باي Hello, Fatma. How are you?
Hi, Miss. How are you?
How is it going? Okay, Shian. So we are all, you know what, listening to all of these like news, bad news about how it's going in this situation between Iran and Israel and إلى آخره. But do you students know some like vocabularies about خلينا نقول for example النووي? Do you know some words about it? Like if you are
Nuclear.
listening. Okay,
Bomb.
nuclear bombs
Okay.
بعد. nuclear هو بحد ذاته هو شنو هو؟ نووي. what about المفاعل النووي؟
reaction.
مو reaction. reaction هاي صارت اسم. أنا أسوي فاعل القائم بالفعل.
Reactor.
Yes, exactly. Reactor. So nuclear reactor. What about طاقة نووية then?
Power.
It is not power. Something else. What do you think?
Energy.
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 So yes, exactly. Nuclear energy. What about إشعاع?
Radiation.
Radiation. Okay.
Yeah.
Then what about ذرة?
Nuclear.
لا.
No nuclear.
No.
شنو هي؟ Start with A. ATOM.
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 زين. انشطار نووي. شوية صعبة. Fusion.
شنو بس؟
لا لكن fusion اندماج. fusion اندماج. اوكي nuclear fusion هي اندماج. يعني الانشطار شنو هو؟ Try to Google it, students. I'm going into view time.
Fission.
Nuclear rotator generates
Okay, Fatma,
energy
she said
through
it.
nuclear fission.
Yes, Fatma said it first. Fission.
Yes,
Okay. And تفاعل نووي. يلا سيبا, this is your turn. You said it قبل شوية.
Reactor.
Exactly. Nuclear reaction. Well done. Okay, then قلب المفاعل. reactor core. core كانت الكور هو قلب الشيء. اوكي مو الهارت, احنا الهارت ما ننسى, core ده منتصف.
Reaction شو؟
Sorry.
Reaction شنو؟
reactor core. C-O-R-E. core. قلب المفاعل. اوكي. يلا ان شاء الله كل شيء ماكو, but we need to learn some words حتى نكون احنا متابعين, since if you are in the news حتى تقول مس آية متعلمين حتى trending thing on teaching. Okay.
مفاوضات, اتفاقيات.
Yes. Oh. So مفاوضات. What is مفاوضات? اتفاقيات نعرف.
I think negotiations.
لا. Nego.
I think نفس head talks اللي هي مال المحادثات والمناقشات.
Yeah. احنا نقدر نقول negotiation وممكن نقول talk عادي, بس negotiation هي مفاوضة. تذكرون من قلنا احنا we negotiate about the money and the prices when we go to shops, we negotiate. So negotiations مفاوضات.
Negotiations.
Okay. زين. اتفاقات, you agree on something. فشو حصير agreements. Exactly. Agreements. So احنا عندنا for example temporary agreement. We have مثلا okay, when you sign up for an application, دائما بنسوون sign up تسجيل, شو يطلع لكم terms of arrangement. agreement. agreement هي اللي شايفين هاي سياسة أو البنود مال الاتفاق أو ما أعرف شنو اسمها صح.
تقبلي أو ترفضي.
Exactly. شروط الاتفاقية أو هيك شيء. Okay. What else? Yes, that's all of what I need to know. If you have some words that you don't know the meaning of, or you want them in English, you can ask. Thank you, Hind, for giving us these words. So, students, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So, students, page 80, working life. Okay, discuss whether the following are usually positive or negative and why. Okay, and what are the causes or the results for each thing. So, first of all, when I say I got promoted and I ask you this is positive or negative, of course you are going to give me first the answer, the positive or negative. Then, what does it mean? I want each one of them to tell me what is the meaning of it. So, I got promoted. First of all, you are going to say this is positive. Then you are going to give me the meaning. So, it means you are doing very well at work and get moved to a higher position. It usually happens because you are good at your job, when the result is you are usually get offered more money. Did you notice how he's giving you all the details about the meaning of this word or sentence? Okay, so you're going to do the same. So, I handed in my notice last week, and that's what happened to the guy that we listened to his track. What do you think is the meaning of it, Hind?
I think it can be positive. or negative.
Okay, it depends.
Depends on the situation.
Okay.
If you are unhappy at work or you have a better opportunity, it's a positive.
Nice.
But if you are forced to resign or you don't have another job, it can be negative.
Nice. I really loved how you gave me both options. But what does it mean?
What does it mean?
يعني معناها like you already said it. Sorry Hind. Already said it. And you are leaving the
Yeah.
job, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. What about I got a pay raise last month? Mona.
Yes, Miss. Miss positive.
Okay, what does it mean?
Miss increased income due to good
Performance?
yes, performance.
Nice. Okay.
Yes.
I am getting on the job training, Sibal.
I'm getting on the job training is a positive. If you're getting a training in your job, this means that you can enhance your information, develop your skills, and as a result, you will be a good worker.
Nice. What about you, Amal? I actually got my redundant last month.
Sorry, miss, I didn't understand the word redundant.
Okay, so let's see someone else. What do you think, Zahra? And get back to you.
Yeah, Miss negative, because he wasn't good enough, so they let him go.
Okay, so what is the meaning of this word in Arabic?
استغناء عنه.
Sorry, one by one.
استغناء عنه يعني تم الاستغناء عنه.
Okay, what about you, Sibal? What is the meaning of it?
Redundant as a word sometimes we use it for يعني شغلة repeatedly متكرر. But in this sense I think it's maybe is يعني مرات إن تكون زائد عن الحاجة. يعني عكو أحد ينوب عنك هذا الشغل فإنه مثلا هسه مثلا يستغنون عنه عن الشخص. استغناء عن الشخص.
Why they are doing this?
يستغني عنه.
In English, why they are doing this, students? Why do you think they? Sorry.
They're doing maybe. Okay. I can answer.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, if someone is got redundant, this means that he is not. They have more another employee, and you are not a perfect worker. So they said you can get made redundant, and he must leave his job.
So it also happens maybe because of like company financial problems. They cannot offer a new person or offer your salary. So they get rid of you or redundant. Maybe department closure. They are closing one of the departments. Okay. Maybe something
financial problems.
Yes, exactly. Maybe economic problems. Economic downturn. Okay, maybe because of the raising currency or مثلا the dollars, they don't have enough money to pay you, so this is because of the economy. Did you get the meaning of it, Amal? Amal.
Sorry, miss.
Actually,
I don't understand it.
Right?
Yes.
Okay, so the meaning of redundant, okay, they are, in a simple word, they are getting rid of you. They don't need you anymore. And this comes from different aspects. Maybe because, as we said, they have lots of employees, okay, and in your extra one, okay. Maybe they don't need your skills anymore, okay. Maybe we have company financial problems. They cannot afford your salary. They cannot afford to pay you because they are, for example, in debts. عندهم ديون. Okay. Sometimes اكو مثلا شايفين من يغلقون department closure يغلقون في department معين بهذه الشركة. So where do you or where they put you? They don't have another place for you. So they tell you to find another job. We cannot let you stay here. وضحت؟
Yes.
Okay. متأكدة أمل؟ I can repeat as much as I can.
Yes, of course.
All good?
Yes.
Okay, now
Thank
what
you.
about you, 6? Can you do 6?
Yes, I'm still getting the hang of everything. I think it's have both positive and negative.
Okay.
Yes, when the positive phase, you when you getting started of things, you be skilled of it.
Okay.
Yes.
What about the
you
negative?
You can do better than get fastly and how can I say it? Yes, miss. When you learn something, but in slowly way, I think it's much better than you don't know anything of it.
Nice. Okay.
Yes. The negative part, some people may pulling on you if you get something slowly. Yes, and I face this. I face this in every day in my life.
And how is it going with you?
I didn't do anything. I didn't love to make problem on this. I think it's for me it's positive because I don't understand faster than like my sister. And for me it's a positive way, but some people didn't understand that. Didn't understand. Not every people have like a standard in their life. يعني بس إنه يتنمرون عليك لأن أنت ما تفهم بسرعة بهذا الشيء أو ما تعتاد على الأمر بسرعة.
How do I say this in English?
They point on you if you don't get this very
Things
fast.
done quickly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Quickly.
Yes. If you don't get things quickly, okay, you don't get things done quickly, they will bully you. Or that way that you used this sentence is very lovely. اللي هي شنو this one? The idiom that you're using, the idiom, right? Do you remember it? The idiom they make fun of you?
Yes.
What was it? I don't remember what
Pulling leg.
Pulling leg.
Yes.
Yes. Now, let's go back to you, Hind. Number 7.
I'm struggling to cope, to be honest. It's negative. It's mean you are feeling stressed or unable to manage your workload.
Nice. Okay. That's it. Amazing. Well done. Yes, Sarah. Number 8.
My boss never delegates responsibility to the rest of the team. That is negative. Because this suggests a lack of trust or poor management style, which can lead to frustrations,
Nice.
underdevelopment, or feeling undervalued.
Okay, nice, nice. What about 9, Siwal?
Okay. I'm finding it very rewarding. I'm finding it very rewarding. It's positive. This means that you have it's a valuable thing, and you have it's a positive. As a result, you have a very good thing.
Okay, nice. Meaningful work, helping other, you're achieving goals, using skills effectively. Okay, now Zahra. 10.
Yes, miss. It's really stimulating. I feel I'm really stretching myself. It's positive, miss. He's developing himself.
Okay.
And the company is helping him to do that. Yeah, so it's positive.
Okay. Muna?
Yeah.
Nice. Well done, Zahra. 11, Muna?
Thank you.
Yes. I'm finding it quite
emotionally
draining.
Draining.
Yes, negative.
What does it mean?
Causes fatigue and pressure.
Fatigue and
pressure.
Yeah. What is the meaning of draining?
مرهق يعني
مرهق.
Yes, exactly. Okay, مرهق, exhausting. شو يعني draining شو تجي معنا؟ شايفين واحد من خلينا نقولها بالعراقي يطلع من روحه يتعبوا لحد الإرهاق. Okay, so this is the meaning of it. Like they are taking all your energy, students, your emotional energy, and even your well-being. And sometimes you have a work that doesn't need of like physical work, but they're draining you emotionally. Your خلينا نقول your health اللي هي خلينا نقول mentally is getting affected, not physically, and which is worst. When you get affected mentally is worse than physically. Okay. What about Amal? The last one is for you. 12.
Yes, the pretty meal most of the time, but I think it's very negative.
Why? قبل شوي حكينا بيها. Yes.
Yes, when I'm exhausted at the work, I come home tired. I didn't. For me, I talk about me.
Okay.
The big problem for me, I didn't talk or didn't meet my mother if I am tired. So I think it's very very bad when you be exhausted at work.
Okay, but we need to focus on the word menial once again in this sentence.
Is it a routine work, as we said?
Yes, it's a routine, like a repetitive. Okay. You don't need to be skilled. Okay, so when
Unchallenging.
Sorry, unchallenging. I love this one. Yes, unchallenging. When you go there, Amal, and do a menial job, you feel like you didn't achieve anything in your day.
Yes, miss, of course. It's also negative.
Yes. Okay, beside you being exhausted, of course, as you mentioned.
Okay, Miss, but I think some people like this work.
Yeah, of course. We have like, you know what? If you are educated enough, I don't think you will like it. I'm not sure. I'm not sure to be honest.
I think it depends on the himself, let's say, or the person's self.
Yes.
Maybe some people like challenging or changing routine, and other people I think they like this routine. They wake up at
something
7.
that is repeatedly happening, right?
Yes.
Nothing new in their life. But you know, أكو حديث عن الإمام علي عليه السلام من تساوى يومه فهو مغبون. I'm not sure about it, but your days should not be the same, students. Okay, that's the meaning of it. But you need to check it يعني أحسن. It's better for you to know the right one. Amal, correct me if I'm wrong.
Sorry, I want to say something. When we study at college, we study all skills of English. But now, when we go to school, you only need to learn them grammar. So I think it's like this sentence when we my work like this sentence. Word.
Okay.
Because you don't need any skills, any other skills you learn it before, or you skills it at college, at institute. They don't need it.
So, like, you're teaching the governmental curriculum, صح أمل?
Yes.
Okay, but you need to do what? You need to be creative using this. So, which age are you teaching exactly? What classes?
Primary school.
Primary school. Which one? Which classes? All of them?
Yes.
Okay. You know what? Like from the beginning, okay, like the خلينا نقول class 1, 2, and 3, you can be creative with this. Okay, we have some conversations. Mostly they are talking about colors, animals. So you can be creative at it. But like the problem is with grade 6. Grade 6 or class 6 is the worst thing because they are focusing morely on the grammar. And in that way حتكون على قولتك menial job. But
Yes, miss. I use when I want to teach students. I use picture. I use color. I use everything that can help them. والله مس يقولوا لي أنت مو أجنبية، أنت عراقية، درسيهم مثل ما إحنا ندرسهم.
we need to talk about this privately, Aman. Okay.
Yes.
ناخذ بالمحاضرة دخلي ونسولف أنا وياك. Okay.
Miss, I was teaching first grade. It was easy to teach. I was
It's
turn on
easy.
YouTube for them.
But you know,
I turn on YouTube for them, dancing with them about the ABCs. Like they were so good. They were learning so
well,
fast.
it depends on the school and والmanagement مالتهم. In her case, they are telling her not to do such things. Yeah. So this is the odd thing.
When you do something the kids like, it's more beneficial. They will learn faster. They will love this. Like every teacher should make the class like another home for the students. Make it a place that student will love to come to it. When you love something, you will do it and understand it faster. So they should understand this. When you give a kid something he will love, he will learn faster. It will be good for them too.
Yeah,
So
once again, she's Emma, she's doing this, but you know, I'm not
Yeah, I know.
I don't know Emma. Okay, so I guess the main problem is with the الإدارة, the management.
I know. Yeah, I know. I mean that too. Yeah.
Especially in the governmental school, they didn't want to teach in the new school. They didn't want to teach any. Just like the old teacher, just explain grammar and go from the class. Listening, writing, they didn't you to teach them to students.
But you do have inti. Okay, let's talk about this privately. It's better not to waste the lecture. So please send me a message. We can talk about it. I can help you with some stuff. Okay. Because I've been teaching some time for like a couple of years in a primary school. Then I switched to high school. Then I'm teaching you now. Adults are the better when it comes to teaching English. Are the best. Okay. So starting out. Do you know if there is a minimum age for a person to have a paid job in your country? Once again, do you know if there is a minimum age for a person to have a paid job in your country? So we have the word minimum and maximum. What is the meaning of minimum, students?
الأصغر.
Maximum is the opposite then. So maximum is the opposite. حد الأقصى. Okay. So, what do you think? Hint. The minimum age a person can work in a company. What do you think it is? Hint, can you hear me?
Yes, but
Sorry?
I didn't understand.
You didn't understand. Okay. So, do you know if there is a minimum age? Minimum age هو خلينا نقول أقل عمرا. Okay. أقل عمر a person can work or get a job in Iraq. For example, how old can you be and how young can be for a company to accept you to work with them?
I think the minimum age maybe 15 years old.
15 years old?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I speak job in general, not in company.
Okay. In general, you mean? Okay. But what kind of a job, Hind?
What?
What kind of a job that would accept 15 years old?
I don't know, any work part-time.
Part time. Okay. For example, in a shop, maybe?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Any work.
Nice.
Thank
What about you? What about you, Mona? What do you think?
Yes, miss.
What do you think the minimum age for a person?
Miss 17.
17?
Minimum. Yes.
Okay. What about others? What do you think, Sarah?
No, 18.
18.
Start
Why?
from 18. Nobody agree. The government not agree less than 18 to start the work, any work. Except the illegal work, of course. We are speaking about legal work. It's started from 18. The company asked
from
this
18.
first time. They asked about the age. So it must be 18 and more, not less than.
Above.
Yes, because I think ضمان الاجتماعي أو social something department أو I don't know. They will give what?
مو department, something else. رفيها انت
I don't know. Social.
You have heard it.
Sorry?
انت سامعتها.
Service. Social service?
Social service?
Yes.
No, I don't think so.
لا مو service.
Social
security. Social
I don't
security.
know, but they will
شوفوا يا
give
اما
like,
نقول احنا students يا اما نقول social security او social insurance.
Insurance,
هي
yes,
الأصح.
insurance.
Okay.
Social insurance. They don't accept. Otherwise, they will give
what?
fees or something that company must pay.
Nice. Okay. What do you think, Zahra?
Miss, in Europe, like when you're 15, you couldn't work. Sometimes they're working at home. Girls I know in Europe, like a relative, they're working at home, just like the door's knocking. Yes. Like babysitting, okay? Girls are 15 years old, 14 years old. They're working as a babysitters. So, yeah, but in Iraq, as they said, it's not legal, but there's a lot of kids are working this young age. And they're working very hard works. Some orphans, like I know some kids are orphaned and they're trying to help their mom. They're 7 years old, 9 years old, they're working. And that's a very bad thing because the government should do something about that. So every person works when he needs to. According to his needs and
Life requirements.
Yes.
What do you think, Siva?
Yes, exactly, yes.
About I saw a lot of teenagers work at worker.
At what?
I saw a lot of teenagers work as worker.
Hind, I'm so sorry about there is something wrong with your internet. Like we cannot hear you.
Okay.
Can you switch it to 5G, 4G? Okay, and get back to us. إنه حرامة ما نسمعش. Yes, Sibal, please.
Okay, Miss, if you ask me about taking a work or take a job after, I think it's maybe after a teenager age, after 20 years.
20?
Because when a person, maybe because when he's in a teenager age, he maybe do more wrong in a work or in life. In overall in life, the teenager doing more wrong. So if you beginning your work with more wrong, so you maybe at final as we said before, it's maybe emotionally draining. So I think it's maybe we take a job after a teenager age.
Okay. You think this is the best time to get a job.
Yeah.
You don't make lots of mistakes.
And also we can, if we don't take them a job, maybe I don't know. The teenager age must not take more money in them hand. Maybe they go in a drug and alcohol ways. They don't know how to use this money. But if they join to a war, they take money by themselves and they give it for anything.
Okay. Now, what do you mean? I didn't understand.
So I think it's maybe they do. Maybe when they take money, if they begin to work, they take money. If they take money, they can use it for everything. Maybe they go in a way of drugs.
So you're saying teenagers should not work? But like, if they don't work, if they don't get a job, maybe they would go do some robbery, سرقة, or maybe do some... Do you remember the last lecture when we were talking about crimes? So if you don't keep them busy, exactly, if you don't keep them busy, they might do bad stuff to the community, للمجتمع.
So I want to say they maybe if the family have a money, they may put them to do another skills, maybe for sports, for another things, for education, another language, for education, another information.
So you keep them busy as much as you can, you're saying.
Yeah.
But not working.
But not working.
Okay, good perspective. Okay. Amal, what do you think?
Yes, miss. I think the proper age for work is 21 or 22 and 20s. Yes.
Why?
Why? Because I think the person will be able-bodied to start work and to have a good idea or opinion and have own opinion, so they can work very. How can I say? They can work very good or well when they are teenagers. I think they didn't. Just want money and go to buy anything they want. But when we older than teenager age, I think we can how can I say, even things we want to buy or we want or needed, it's be different when our teenager or when we are on age 20 or 21 and etc.
Okay, nice.
One thing, when we built my new house, our new house of my parents, there was a builder. His age was 8 years old.
8 years old?
Yes, miss. When we are in countryside, we will see this every day. Just a young boy, his age 80, work anything just to live.
Amal, 8 or 18?
8, miss.
8, 8.
Yes, 8 years old.
Okay.
So I asked him why you are working. You are still young for this work. He told me I do this for living. I just want to live. So I work.
So he's not using the money to buy whatever he wants.
Yes.
Okay, so it's out of necessity.
What, sorry, miss? What?
Out of necessity, he's working.
Yes.
Right? Okay. So I guess in Iraq, we have like different minimum age. We thought like it's only 15, maybe 13, but Amal, she mentioned like she already have seen.
Okay, but this was not illegal. We're speaking about the legal age and not our opinion, right?
Yeah, you need to talk about your opinion, of course.
Of course, for me, my opinion it will be after graduation, of course, from university. You will start, but the legal issue, they can work at 18 years old.
Yeah. So we actually in these kind of questions, students, we don't have a right answer to it. Like everyone have their own opinion, have their own perspective of things. So some of you would say 18 would be the best time since it's legal. Some other students said no, it's after 20 since it's they are more skilled, they know how to deal with things. Okay, not just like teenagers who make lots of mistakes. Okay, some other students said they have seen a little kid who's working out of necessity, maybe because they need to help their family. But like, you know what, as once again, Zahra, she also said maybe in other countries, like for example, UK, Canada, even USA, 14, 15 can do light part-time job, like babysitting, that what she mentioned. So I guess in Iraq we don't have a specific age unless it's a legal thing. Like when it comes to law, it should be more than 18. But like out of law, like if we're talking about like general things, you can find different ages. But I guess mainly they are part-time job. اللي هي you're not like a real employee. Okay, so for example, these 15, 14 years old that Zahra mentioned, or maybe Amal, what she mentioned, the 8 years old, he's doing part-time job. It also has like negative sides, maybe positive sides. Negative because they are not living their childhood. Okay, they're occupying their life with work and it's too early for them. And on the positive side, they are learning. Okay, they are taking responsibilities from the young ages, and it's growing with them. They know how to deal with life from that moment. Sometimes family business, you know, if you have a family business, even the kids would work on that thing, or they would teach them how to work, and they would get involved in work to learn the basic things or the fundamentals of the job they have, our business. So all your answers were amazing, students. So when we talked about part-time job, students, for young people, what kind of jobs do you think it's good for them, proper for them? And if you were in a situation that you had to do a part-time job, what kind of job would you do? Okay, let's start with each one of you. Let's start with, okay, Sarah, she raised her hand. So let's say we have like a person who's 18 or maybe even 16. What kind of a part-time job?
As a student, let's just say.
A student. Oh, exactly. Whether it's students.
Cashier at the mall, maybe, or at shops.
Okay.
Maybe online working.
Online working.
Yeah.
Worker in
a worker where, Hind?
In market.
In a market, supermarket, or why not? Yes, Zahra, where do you think? What else?
Yes, Miss, as my job as an HR, I was employing sales representatives.
Okay.
For in college, I was responsible about the medical medical line. Students I had, they were studying medical school or pharmacy or etc., and they were working as a medical representative.
Okay.
So, and something they will learn, have benefit from it too, in their job and in their college, yeah.
Okay.
So it was good for them, yeah.
What else? Call center, maybe? You can work there?
Delivery.
Okay, what else?
Yeah.
Can you... A person who like wash cars, car washer, the car washer, maybe. What else? Mona, Amal.
Yes, miss. I work in a bookshop because I already work. Yes, I worked in this job for part time, of course. It was a lovely job for me, but it was taking a lot of my time.
Even though it's a part time job.
Yes, I didn't have time for myself. Even I love books and I love work this, but I actually it take my time. It was 7 hours. So I should go home and I feel tired. So I left this job.
So
it
But
had
Amal, 7 hours is not part-time.
it's not a part-time. That's what I was about to say.
no, miss, they call it as a part-time.
Okay, so a part-time job should not be more than 4 hours.
Yes, of course, but he told me, the manager told me it's 7 hours and this is a part-time. So I accept that because as I told you,
because you like the place, you like this job, right?
yes, of course.
Not
I
because
love
it was part-time job.
within a bookshop.
You're surrounded by books. You love this. It's your place, your heaven, right?
Yes, of course.
Okay, she really loves books. Really lovely, Emma. What else do we have? Okay, so the last question, students, is going to be your homework, and you need to send it as a voice message in the group. Okay, what are the advantages and disadvantages of young people working while studying? And of them getting money for everything from their parents. Okay, you need to read it very well. Take a screenshot طلاب اللي ما عندهم كتاب حتعرفون شنو الهومورك مالتكم. You need to send it as a voice message بالجروب. And as I told you, you need to talk as much as you can, students. قد ما تطولون الvoice is better for me and you. For you first. So do your best and don't forget it, please, before the lecture مو بعدها لأنه I need to listen to it. I need to check if there's something wrong, for example, grammar, vocabulary إلى آخره. So inshallah you liked this lecture, you enjoyed it, hopefully.
Yes,
actually we did, Miss. I did a lot.
Yeah.
Every lecture with you is amazing, mashallah.
Thank you so much.
And again, happy birthday to you. Wish you a very amazing life with you and your loved ones.
Appreciate it. So, yes, as I told you, students, on Wednesday we are not going to have a lecture. So enjoy your time on Wednesday. Do something.
Happy birthday, Miss.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Siva.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Sarah.
Bye, Miss.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Good night, Miss.
Good night to you all.